Hi, I'm John Munoz, and welcome to the Business Networking Channel hosted by the Hispano Chamber of Commerce de Las Cruces. With me today are my co-hosts, Toby Rue.
Hello, John.
Amanda Olivares Cruz.
Hey, John.
Board of Director Santiago Soto.
John.
And so we appreciate your being with us today. Toby, tell us, what do we have on cue today?
Well, John, you know, we have probably one of the most unique and creative alternative energy sources out here. We have our guest, Sunspot Solar Energy Systems, and they're going to tell us some great things on how to spin your electric meter backwards, and I think it'd be a great deal.
You know, I'm so looking forward to that because I opened up my electric bill, and not only did my mouth, my entire face fell on the floor. So let's wait and hear what these good folks have in store for us. Amanda.
Hey, we've got our board of director, Santiago Soto here. He's going to tell us a little bit about himself, his business, and his participation in the chamber.
Well, good.
One of my other bosses.
Wow. Well, let's talk to Santiago. Now, Santiago Soto. You know, from what I understand, your name used to be Jimmy Soto. So what happened? Did you have like a Barack Obama moment where you went from Barry to Barack, you know? Yeah. Or, you know, Santiago Soto, that name sounds so fancy. You know, it's like Santiago Soto, like Corinthian leather, Santiago Soto, or whatever it is, but it's
powerful.
That's what's right.
It
just rolls off the tongue. So what happened there? You went from Jimmy to Santiago.
John, I didn't know this until I was graduating from high school. One day I walked in to my father and I said, "Dad," I said, "what is this?" You know, I saw his birth certificate, it said Santiago, and I looked at mine, it said Santiago, and I said, "Dad, what is this Jimmy stuff?" Because my dad, I knew him all as Jimmy, just like everyone else did. He said, "Son," he says, "you know, when I was getting ready to join the Army in World War II, he says it was not kosher to be Hispanic or even tied into the Hispanic culture at all."
Okay.
So he said, Jimmy is English for Santiago.
Right.
So he said, changed everything to Jimmy. He says, and I just never changed it back. And I said, "Well, you know what, Dad?" I said, "My name is Santiago, and I want to change everything back to Santiago." So I did. And that's, Jimmy and Santiago, it's the same thing.
Right.
Except that I think I like Santiago better than Jimmy.
I love Santiago.
Besides, they used to call me Jimmy Boy. You know, Santiago Boy doesn't sound right.
No,
Jimmy Boy.
We call you Chago or Santi now.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, that's not a problem. But that's how it came about with Jimmy. Most of my school friends know me as Jimmy, and the family. If you hear somebody say Jimmy Boy or Jimmy, that's because that's family I went to school with.
Well, you know, it's very important to know is that has been one of the, I think, the beautiful things about Las Cruces and our surrounding area is we've embraced culture over the years. And it might have been tough before, but now we really have a strong cultural connection. And that culture has really kind of brought you to professionally working in Las Cruces and also with the Hispano Chamber.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Rayo Perez, bless his heart, he's gone into the next dimension. But Rayo brought me into the Hispano Chamber of Commerce way before, when they were looking at starting it in Las Cruces. And he says, Santiago, he says, "Mira, I want you to get involved with this." He says, "I just don't want you to be a member. I want you to be involved." And because there's a big difference, as you know. You can be a member, you can be involved. He says, "We have many small businesses that are not getting represented in the Hispano, in any chamber." He says, because they can't afford the dues. He says, "Let's make it affordable. That's why we're going to start it." So I started. I've been on, this is my 5th term on the board of directors for the Hispano Chamber of Commerce, and we're 18 years old, and I've probably been on the board for about 15 of those. But it's something that is dear to my heart. It's dear to my heart, it's dear to the businesses. I've seen it grow in the last 15 years, and I've seen what it's been able to do for small business, such as Sunspot. It's going to help Sunspot a great deal to be involved with us, as anyone else. Finally, after 3 or 5 terms on the board, you know, something came across that really has helped me a lot, and something that I thought I would never experience, and that is a 2-day certificated program at Notre Dame University.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic, and that was good. Amanda, Toby, they joined me. It was absolutely unforgettable.
Well,
Yeah, you know what we did, actually, if we can show that, we sent some of our board members and Amanda to Notre Dame. Now, do you say it Notre Dame, Notre Dame, or Notre?
It's Dame. Notre Dame.
Notre
the same question.
Okay, and so they went there for some training and certification. Absolutely, I saw the curriculum, and I bet there was a great deal of education for you guys. So I think you got it. We see it. We see it. Good, good. Wow.
Anyway, that was something that I thought, was a heck of an opportunity.
Show the certificate.
But you must remember that we went to represent all our membership.
Right.
Okay.
Everybody from Las Cruces went with us on our membership. We didn't go alone.
Right.
But I just wanted to say one quick thing. It's a magical thing, John. I don't know if any of our audience has been there. I'm sure there have been many. Yeah. It's a magical experience to be there and to find out about Notre Dame and how it became. I was surprised when I said, "What does Notre Dame mean?" And they looked at me and they said, "Well, it's Nuestra Señora."
Right.
It has to do with the Virgin Mary.
Right.
And that's how it came, And I was surprised because it was an all-men's college for many years until 1974, when I understand that they started making it available for women.
The thing about this, Santiago, really is that that's an awesome experience for you all. You're going to be able to service the membership better. That's an outstanding institution. So the knowledge that you've picked up while you were there, really all of you, we'll be able to utilize with our membership to increase our service level. And so we were very fortunate to send you all there.
And Gabe Vasquez attended with us. There was 4 of us that went, and then our certificate is in media communication and public speaking. Wonderful. So now we're alumni of Notre Dame.
And before we close for the first break, let me make sure that we understand. We were invited by the United States Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So we're really working on the national level to help cultural diverse and Hispanics in our community. Yes. And so I want to make sure that our viewers know we are not just here locally, but we're connected with the bigger picture globally.
That's correct.
Nationally.
That's
absolutely.
Correct.
Well, Santiago, we want to thank you very much for all that you've done to start up and help start the Hispano Chamber of Commerce in Las Cruces. We appreciate your continued support, your involvement in the community. You're also busy with IT Quest and busy with a whole bunch of other things. And so we want, again, to thank you, congratulate you, Santiago Soto.
Thank you, John. And remember that we can't be here without our members. Thank
absolutely,
you.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and go to break, and we will be back in a few seconds.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome back. I'm John Munoz to the Business Networking Channel hosted by the Hispano Chamber of Commerce de Las Cruces. With me again is my co-host, Toby Rue, the Lou Dobbs of Las Cruces.
Thank you, John. There's always the great things when we do this is we get to meet people, we get to talk people, and as I mentioned in the beginning, we get to learn about new businesses in our community. And today we have the Sunspot Solar Energy Systems, and we have the Managing Director and member, Janet and Mellow Honek.
And also we have Manny Garcia. Now, Manny, you're like a master electrician, master Jedi, or what? That's very impressive, because obviously there's a lot of knowledge that you have. And so what we want to do really is ask you all, kind of give us an overview of your company. What do you do and why do you do it? And how can that benefit our viewers and our members? Start with Mellow, Manny, or Janet?
John, thanks very much for the question. It's a great question. Basically what we do is make electric meters run backwards.
Very nice.
Okay, so we put solar panels, photovoltaic panels, and they take the sun's light, convert it directly into electricity, and then we do a little more things with that, and we're able to connect it directly into a household, and whatever a house doesn't use flows right onto the grid, and we can power the house as well as the neighbors' homes and anything else that's connected to the grid. And it's all tied in with El Paso Electric, the grid, so there's no special thing a homeowner has to do, and they're able to enjoy solar electricity and eliminate or drastically reduce their electric bill.
As I mentioned at the early part of the show, I saw those electric bills. I mean, I opened up my bills, and they're just so high right now. We're talking about the heat, the rates, and obviously this is not just good for our pocketbook. It's good for the environment. So, when we talked about, when we have images of solar energy, you know, there's we think of these huge solar panels and you know, lots of money. I mean, you have to be you know, I don't know, just filthy rich, I guess, to afford this, or can someone like Toby and I, you know, afford this?
Once upon a time,
Yes.
not long ago, a couple of years ago, you did have to have quite a bit of money, or you made a tremendous investment to be able to get these systems on your roof, and you probably waited 20 to 25 years to see the returns. Now, it's all changed. Just in the last 2 years, because of incentives and some pricing adjustments, the cost of a system is 1/4
Wow.
of what it used to
That's
be.
amazing.
And so, unfortunately, a lot of people are walking around with this idea in their head
Right.
that it's still something that takes a lifetime to recover. And now we're well under 10 years on the recovery of your investment. Double-digit investment returns per year.
That's fantastic. You cannot get that anywhere, any bank, any you know, it's hard to do that on the investment side. So that's truly amazing. So you know, I see Janet out there with the message for Sunspot Solar. You know, tell us, you know, what would you say to someone who says, you know, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. You know, what's it going to do to my house? You know, how quickly can this, you know, can I see a return on it? You know, what would you say to someone out there?
What I usually would say would be, let's talk about what your situation is. Let's prove to you how affordable it is, and demonstrate to you what the benefits will be. We guarantee our work. We guarantee the production of your solar system. So you have nothing to lose for us to come in, look at your electric bills, evaluate what you need, and just do a site evaluation.
Well,
It's fantastic.
Janet, I wanted to bring something up. Managing Director, Mellow, you're Managing Director, and this electronic or photoelectric energy, obviously we got Spaceport America right down the road. We've got, you know, all this new technology coming in. We have electric cars. So this question I want to go directly to Manny. You're the master electrician. How difficult is it for someone like myself who doesn't have that technological background to get involved with this? How would you go about that?
Well, actually, it's pretty basic. Our system's a very basic system. You don't really need to have any electrical know-how as far as our system goes hooking it up. It's tying into the grid where you need your electrical experience. I mean, our systems are really basic. Anyone just basically plug them in like you would extension cord.
So it kind of works almost by itself, right?
Yeah.
So you can actually, you know, see that meter going backwards. You know, someone like me, you know, I have trouble working a toaster. You know, so I need Manny to help me out, and Mel and Janet, you know, to install something like this. But I think one of the things that, you know, is probably exciting, you know, and Toby's in investments and in the financial world. He's a great financial advisor, but you know, I can't imagine the feeling of opening up that electric bill, you know, that you just don't want to open up, and then open it up one day and you see a check from the electric company. You know?
Yeah.
And how does that work?
It's a whole new experience for a lot of people. And I was just with a client today who's had a system in for about the last 8 months, and they were just happy to tell me that they have not seen an electric bill. Well, they have not seen an electric bill that they had to pay since the system was installed. So, and what happens, to answer your question, is that the electric company actually direct deposits money into your bank account when your credit gets to be at a certain level. So it's real. It's real cash going into your bank account.
Okay, so we've got opportunity, the meter's going backwards, we're getting paid to live in our homes. We live in a very hot area in the Southwest. It seems like this idea's been here before. It seems like, you know, we're not reinventing the wheel here. So you've grown your business. How do we market this to our audience out there so they can give you a call, come by? It's just a simple interview process?
It is. It's as simple as a phone call. They can also find us on the internet at sunspotenergy.com. But really, the best thing to do is to call us, because there's a lot of, again, misconceptions, misunderstandings about how solar electricity systems work, and we're able to clear all that up in just a few minutes. We're able to explain the unbelievable, I mean, literally, they're unbelievable. They're
Right.
so good.